These are my favorite sneakers ever, the Air Force Ones. The only problem is, I like my clothes to match what I'm gonna do for the day. And with the live-action Lilo and Stitch movie coming out, I need to make sure I have a matching outfit. So today, I'm gonna make some customized Lilo and Stitch sneakers. Let's get started. So as a digital artist, it's in my comfort zone to start on my drawing pad. So I downloaded this Air Force One's template and start painting digitally. But first, I need a reference photo. I grab a Lilo and Stitch photo just so I can have inspiration on what colors I'm going to use for these sneakers. Of course, the template allows you to paint on the different sections of the sneakers without worrying about getting into these other sections. So you kind of stay inside the lines. I'm going to do the classic Stitch color blue. And since they are in Hawaii and they love surfing, I'm going to do a lighter blue for water. But we need some Lilo in there, so I take this red color from her dress and those flowers. If you didn't know they were Lilo and Stitch sneakers before, this should be a dead giveaway. I want to also give it a beach theme, so I add this sand color, and also this green for, well, leaves. But I didn't like that because it kind of reminded me of Super Mario Brothers, and that's not what we're doing today. It's not about you, Mario. So I just changed that green color into the red from Lilo's dress to have more Lilo in there. Then I also wanted to add some black, so I type out aloha and ohana. I then draw in a surfer riding a wave and some birds. And I'm modeling my surfer after Nani, so you know she has to have that gyat. And since I am a digital artist, I need to have that artist flair, so I put these black outlines all over the shoe so it looks like a drawing. And I think it looks awesome and makes it pop. And if you don't know, ohana means family. So let's go my ohana and start painting these sneakers in real life. No, puppies! That's not food! I guess my dogs thought the sneakers were delicious, so I need to order a new pair. And oh no, I need to wait for shipping. That was fast. I got my new pair of Air Force Ones and I'm going to start painting. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also ordered this Angelus paint set. It came with this brush pack, a variety of paint colors that I was able to choose, and everything else you need to create some awesome customized sneakers. Like this deglazer. When you buy sneakers fresh from the store, they have this glaze on them that protects the sneaker, and you don't want to paint right on top of that. So you need to get rid of it using this deglazer. Remove the shoes and do a few passes of it over the parts where you're going to paint. You can also use nail polish remover, but I don't paint my nails. When that's done, you're ready to start painting. Oh wait, I forgot the tape. Tape the places of the sneakers where you don't want to accidentally get paint on. I might have went a little bit overboard with this tape. Now I'm ready to paint, but I'm nervous. I don't want to ruin these sneakers, but there's no going back now. I add my first coat of paint of the light blue, and when it dries, I add a second coat. And if you don't want to wait too long, you don't want to watch paint dry, you can use a heat gun or your wife's hair blower. Add another layer of light blue paint, and you have to do that on both sneakers. Whatever you do on one sneaker, you want to do on the other. This assures accuracy between the two sneakers. It helps them, be the same. It also helps that you don't get burnt out because it's a lot of work to paint sneakers, and if you do all the work on one sneaker, you might get annoyed or tired and don't want to finish the second one. So now you have to just wear one sneaker. But if you do them both at the same time, it can help stop that burnout and you get both sneakers done. And after hours of work, this is all I got done. I may have bit off a little bit more than I can chew, but we're gonna keep going. Now, I need to move on to the second color. And like I said, I may have went overboard with all this tape. I removed some of the tape and I was going to tape more and cover what I already painted, but taping is exhausting, and I don't think it's completely necessary, not in every part of the sneaker. I'll just be careful. I think the most important place to have the tape is the bottom soles, because I'm gonna keep that white. And every other part of the shoe is gonna get paint, so if I mess up, I can just paint over it. But don't worry, I'll be careful. Now I want to work on the check mark or the swoosh. So I use a pencil and draw in those flowers because I'm going to keep that white. So I have to make sure that I paint around that shape with the red. But if I mess up, don't worry, I have white paint to paint over the mistakes. I continue painting both sneakers, and having to do multiple layers of this paint is very annoying, but it makes the shoe look way better. So I grab my heat gun and dry that paint. And if you don't have a heat gun, then go do something else. Like, feed your dogs, they're probably hungry. What the? They can't eat sneakers again? Wait, they're just my wife's sneakers. Eat. Now I need to get into the smaller details, like the wave. Wave done, so now I need to draw the surfer, which was very hard because I'm not very comfortable with a paintbrush. I draw digitally. And then I draw in the trees and the birds, and it looks awful. I hate it. It's bad. This kind of broke me. It discouraged me, and I wanted to quit. Just paint the entire sneaker back white and just wear them like that. And they don't have to match when I go watch that movie. But I decided not to give up. I needed a pen, and these markers I got were too thick. And that's when my wife told me she's making shish kebabs for dinner. So I stole the skewers and decided to paint with the tip of it, kind of like the old time when they used feathers and quills and ink. And while it wasn't perfect, it really helped me be more accurate in that drawing because it's so thin. It was kind of like using a pencil. I need to get to those outlines. I use my black paint marker and start inking. Ooh, nice lines. I write in Ohana and Aloha and the painting is done. And the movie is starting soon, so you know what? Enjoy the reveal. Being sexy.
Ew.
And if you like this sort of thing, you can watch this video right here where I make a custom shower curtain using my art. Shh. Movie's about to start soon.